Stop.
Thank you for listening to Absolute Classic Rock. Goodbye.
Terrible. I just had to turn off Nirvana. Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. Scott and Hannah are there, but they press their little mute buttons, I think, so that you can hear one voice clearly and it's not getting all jumbled up. It's a bit weird, but we've always tried to be, how can I put it, giving everyone the benefit of the doubt and always wanting to be just nice and not join in any of this pettiness which has been clouding and causing confusion amongst some of the community. We all know who we're talking about. I might as well just say the name. Warren and Lou, when they speak on their channel, prefer to use the F and the C word or the TWAT word more than anything else. And they seem to enjoy bullying and having digs at people. A couple of these people are not the most well in the world, and they've been suffering some horrendous harassment and making themselves ill. They've been made ill as a result of it. It's the time now that we've decided that we have to kind of make a stance to some degree, because everyone has to make a choice at some stage in their life. And I know this sounds dramatic, but this is a choice between good and evil, between light and dark. As far as I'm concerned, if you want to participate on Warren's channel and actively engage in the stream and join in with some of the bullying and the hate, then you're no longer welcome at all on our streams. And we have people on those streams who watch and listen and let us know if anything horrendous is said about people. And those people will be able to advise us accordingly who we should be blocking and banning from our channels, which we will do. But we don't really want to block and ban anybody. We'd prefer that if you are actively engaged in joining in on hate and bullying on Warren's channel, that you just do not bother coming on to ours, because you're not welcome. If you're just watching and listening but not joining in on the hate, then you do whatever you want. There's no issues with that. But we do not want anybody who is engaging in hate and causing pain and bullying to people. And it's gone to the extent now that although I'm no longer working in the career I was, I have a lot of contacts in that job, and I'm going to be making sure next week that information is passed on and that formal action is starting to be taken, because it looks like nothing seems to get the message home that is not right, it's not normal, and it's not the human thing to do of having a dig at people and basically harassing the hell out of them. And they've been classed as under the definition of hate crime as a hate crime. So in that regard, I am going to be pushing one of my colleagues to make sure that the strongest action is taken and is prioritized, and that the person involved gets a knock on the door from a police officer who either arrests him or invites them in for an interview under caution, and that this is followed by court action, because enough's enough. Nothing seems to be getting home. He just seems to target the weak, or who he perceives to be the weak, and he just goes on it. He changes names, he goes onto Facebook, he trolls. He is a little troll. I think we all can agree on that one. But the trolling in regards to the internet stage is horrendous, and he's making people ill. He's causing a lot of pain and distress. And if any of you wish to participate on that on his channel, then you're no longer welcome on ours. If you're just watching on his channel, fair play. It's coin related a lot of the time. It's down to you. If you want to hear lots of F's and Jeffs, then you can be on that channel. We can't tell you what to do. We don't want to tell you what to do. We've always tried to be piggy in the middle. We don't want to have to make a stance between good and evil. We want people to just gravitate naturally to more light-hearted and friendly channels. But I'm never having anybody who's participating in any of that vitriolic hate speech and bullying on this channel being on ours. And if I find out that the people who are involved on his channel to that extent and they're on our channel, they're getting blocked. We don't want you. I think that's about it, guys. What do you think? You can unmute your mics and join in now if you like.
Hi, guys.
I think you said it all, Steve.
Yeah. Bang on.
Yeah.
Don't like two-faced people. I'm sorry. Not on. Not when you're making people ill. You want to go play in a playground? Go to a school. Don't do it on streams. Got something to say? You say it on here.
The only thing I will add is there is obviously we're not telling people what channels to watch and what channels not to watch.
Watch what you
It's just
want.
anyone's free to do whatever you choose to do. It's
Backstabbing.
it's a free country, etc. We're not bothered about that. We don't want people to unfollow us.
How do you know?
What we want is
Hi, Robin.
people
David.
that come into the streams, chat with us,
Michael.
then don't go and slag us off in a nice way or slag off people associated with us, like my family, etc. in the background. It's just uncalled for. There's no need for it. If you want to be a coin channel, if you are a coin channel, then be a coin channel. Don't be a bitching channel. There's no need for it. It's just all keep it polite and keep it the way it should be. Enjoy looking for coins, hunting for
Hi,
coins,
Lorna.
sharing the love of coins. That's what it's designed for.
Hi,
It's
Dave
not
Bowen.
designed to have a go at people. I'm quite
Yeah, I know.
diplomatic and I don't really want to get involved
But I
in
hate
any of it.
Backstabbers.
But I never do. I just want to be a coin people where we just like coins and all enjoy coins and respect coins and respectful to each other. Just because you don't like somebody, you don't like them, don't watch them. But don't go bitching about them. Just sit there and watch it,
Just
and then
childish.
just don't get involved in it. Just if you're happy to watch our channel and you enjoy our banter and things that we have, then just sit here, watch us. But obviously, don't then enter and moan about other people that are in our streams and they're here just being nice, genuine people, and then going and moaning about them on somebody else's stream. That's not called for. It's just not nice.
Yeah.
So I want personally everybody to stay. What I don't want to stay is people that then go and moan about us on a different channel. Also, one thing I'd also like to quickly point out that happened yesterday when Dean was doing his live stream. You can see clearly that the bags are all sealed. You can see clearly that the coins inside the bags are, the ones he got from the bank. You can see clearly that he found that coin. You can see the delight in the young girl's face in finding the coin. We were watching backstage and we could see Dean backstage, and you could tell it's a genuine coin. However, there's been people saying that I didn't believe it. Well, I'm telling you now, I watched it and it's genuine, it's a proper find. So anyone that doesn't think it was a true Q is just totally and utterly mistaken. I don't know why anyone would say that. The only people that that don't come on air and hunt coins that aren't from sealed bags is Hannah and myself. Steve uses sealed bags. Dean uses sealed bags. Hannah and I don't, because we can only get a certain amount of change. But I'm waiting for people to accuse us of cheating. But if you do, then all I'll turn around to you and say is, why the hell would we cheat? We're giving this book away to somebody else anyway. So that would be pointless. So, don't accuse people of cheating
Unless you know the facts.
unless, you've got evidence, which there isn't any evidence because they're still bloody bags and you can't get a sealed bag from a coin distributor and get sealed bags like the one that Steve got, where it's a proper heat sealed proved bag, and get his Jane Austen out of it to then be, I don't want to swear, so it's rubbish. If you can prove, and you seriously are proving on air, you've opened this bag up, you've opened the sealed bag up, and you happen to find a Jane Austen, or indeed you opened the 250 bag up and you find the Kew Gardens, then you find them. Fantastic. You congratulate the person. You don't then turn around and say, yeah, I don't believe it. Well, come on, man. The only people that don't open up sealed bags is me and Hannah. And we're not going to cheat because we're cheating ourselves if we do, because of the fact that we're filling this book to give it to somebody. So why would we pay money out to fill it? And why would we fill a book out to, give it away to somebody and cheat? It doesn't make sense. So please just stop the bickering about cheating. There's no need for it. No one's cheated. He found that coin. It's a genuine Q. I was so made up for him. Everybody else should be made up for him. And even more so, it was a young girl that found it. You know what I mean? You should be so happy for that young girl. Brilliant. Best of luck to her. Not accuse her of cheating.
God's sake, she's a child.
Anyway, that's my rant over.
And another thing is,
Sue's going.
when I was brought up, I was always told, you've got something to say, you say it to your face, not to other people. Because, oh, guess what? Go
So-
do it in the playground. Go back to school.
Anyway,
I will make a prophecy now. I prophesize that with the mint coining in on children's characters on coins, it is only a matter of time. I don't know why they haven't done it already. That they celebrate the life of A.A. Milne, and we'll have Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. They'll be very popular coins. But one of those will also be Eeyore. And Eeyore, as for me, even though it's only a character, he came up with one of the best quotes, which I've always lived by. But if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I think that's the way it should be. I can't see why people have to say things to annoy and irritate and aggravate people. If you've got nothing nice to say, just keep your mouth shut. Simple as.
Keep your opinion to yourself. If you've got nothing nice to say nothing at all.
Dusted. Let's have a look down here. What I've got is I've got, as always, I shake mine up and down, seal bags of coins, sealed 50s and sealed 2 quids. What shall I go for?
2 quids.
That's certainly quicker. 2 quids it is. Right, and nice comments there about happy for Dean and Amber finding them. Yeah, Amber was obviously absolutely chucked to pieces.
I
A
was
little bit
actually
later on when it sunk in, she could hardly speak. She was,
I was sat in the background watching.
yeah,
what
it's
was
cute
going
as
on?
hell.
And I tell you what, right? People who are accusing or want to accuse her and Dean of cheating, I swear to God, she needs to be an actress. And Dean, for being short of breath and having not being gobsmacked, is not Dean. He can waffle for England, Scotland, even. But it's pathetic. It
Hey,
really is getting out of hand.
nice first
But
fight,
yeah.
Britannia.
Well done, Steve. This is what our channel is about. All of our channels.
I can't see the date. Can you read the date?
Robin, he's just talking to his brother in the kitchen.
It's about sharing the love, not the hate. Sorry. So if you want that,
2016.
subscribe.
Would be nice if it be 15, but it's a 2016. But still a good find. I'm happy with any Britannia.
Make sure your hands are clean, Steve.
Kitchener.
That's nice. My knee hurts today.
Yeah, dirty coins.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
David fell off his gaming chair when the queue was playing. I love watching it back, particularly after it when she's trying to explain it again. It's
It was this,
she couldn't
when
get
I
a
was
word out. It's
behind-
sunk in by that stage.
honestly, I was watching our backstage. It was just, and all you could see was, well, I could see Dean on one side of the camera. I'm going to jump back on. You seen the I was sat backstage. You know how you've got like 3 here. You've got 3 at the bottom, and I'm sat in the background watching. There's a tripod here. Dean's on one side, Amber's on the other. Amber opens the bag, goes through a few coins, finds the cue.
So how's that cheating?
Just screamed. I stopped. I was like, ah. It's a cue. It's a cue.
Stop telling me. I was like, yeah.
Me and Scott were having a private chat in the background as to what as they were looking at the, and we were like, it's real, it's real, it's real. So, I mean, this is what we're about. We're about honesty, truth, equality. You know, we're not bothered whether you've got 5 heads, 3 arms. You're welcome.
Yeah, we have a bit of banter. Sometimes it's a little bit smutty, but it's just banter. And if we're taking a mick out of anyone, we're taking a mick out of ourselves in good humour. We aren't trying to say it to annoy, irritate, aggravate, or upset. That is just wrong.
So what we're saying in a nutshell is if you are going to interact and slate people for whatever reason, you're not welcome. You really are not welcome. So you can either remove yourself and save us the bother, but we'll find you and you will get found out via other people who do tell us. Not that we actually give them airtime. I can't be bothered. Got better things to do, to be quite frank.
There you go, Trent.
So choice is yours.
I've been getting some good finds. I've found a couple more rugbies, a couple of the bog standard abolition of slavery, a couple of Act of Union. I've got another Kitchener, which is boring as heck, another Brunel, boring as heck, a nice Robbie Burns, which I'm always happy with Robbie Burns.
I like Robbie Burns.
Yeah, and our last mint trip was on Burns night. Yeah. And I got myself the find of the day so far. I got myself an underground train. In fact, I think I'll stick that next to my 2016 Britannia. But I must say, all these coins are quite dirty. There's not many shiny ones there. And we got Guy Fawkes, Gunpowder Plot, and DNA Double Helix. So nice bit of diversity already, but I would still like any Olympic. That gives me a choice of 3, and any Commonwealth Games. And I'll go for Mary Rose, King James Bible, Magna Carta. Any of these will do as well. So heighten it, but right now the underground train is the best of the batch. But yeah, this is quite a dirty bunch of coins. I haven't found a single thing looking pristine. Do I have a £2 book? Yeah, I've got one right here. I've got a fair few missing, unfortunately. I've got the England Commonwealth Games, but I'm missing the other 3. I've been swapping a few of these over for more pristine copies. I'm missing the Centenary 2008 Olympics. I do have the Beijing hangover, though, which is quite nice. I've got a couple of those now. I do have King James Bible, but I am missing the Rio handover. That's the full page, including one of the flag errors and the 2015. And I've got all of the rest. And in the middle of there, that one's on the back page, the other one. But in the middle of this page, I've got my Jane Austen, which I found last time. It's got a few scratches and scrapes on it, but what do you expect when it's been in circulation? That's my find of the year so far. Don't expect to find another one. Gobsmacked, I found that one. Not sure if anyone's watching this chat. There's only 2 people here. That's because we're broadcasting on 4 channels. It all depends which channel you've gone on. In regards to the main chat, we can all see it on StreamYard. That's a nice shiny one. Give it to one side and check I've got that date. Boom, boom, boom.
Hi. Sorry, I was back in the background now. Sue was helping Ollie. He's got a football match with his uncle. He's watching Stockport County against whoever they're playing. I ain't got a clue who they're playing. I don't really care who they're playing, to be honest.
No, I don't think anyone cares who Stockport's playing.
So what have you found up to now?
Brunel Bridges. Best I found so far is the 2016 Britannia and the underground train.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
I've got a lot of underground trains now. I keep on finding them.
It's not technologies. Did you just have your dinner? You got worms. I'm glad.
The Gunpowder Plot.
It's bad. Underground journey.
I'm not doing Sue saying, "Hey, you just had dinner. Do you have worms?" My dad used to always say that if I was hungry. I always wonder whether if you do have worms in your intestines, do they want more food? Are they greedy? I don't know. That's really shiny. Just a normal one though. But well, not 2015 again. Yeah, all the shinies I'm getting recently are 2015s. But the rest of these are in really dirty matte condition.
Do you know, the only coins that Hannah and I found recently have been rubbish. Although I did get the one that she found the other day through the post this morning, the rowing. So we're 17 short now from filling our book, which will be quite nice when we get them. Be pretty cool.
Duff bag. Yeah, the underground £2 over face value. Yeah, most certainly. I turn over quite a few of them actually. There's Brunel Le Man. They're quite a popular purchase. That one, I don't know. I'm gonna have to give him a bit of a clean because it's like I say, apart from those couple of 2015s, all of these ones are in pretty grubby condition. So all of those are pretty grubby. I'll do something with each of them, but then again, look how grubby that one is now. You can see dirt and dullness to it. And this is a simple thing that anyone can do. Nip yourself down to a pound shop, microfiber cloth, or any other cloth, hardware store, I suppose. And all it takes is a little bit of rubbing. Nothing major, no chemicals, no now. And I'm now going to show you the 2016. There's a bit more gleaming now. So I do that with most of the coins that come through, which are grubby-ish. That's not technically using any abrasive cleaning on it. It's just microfiber cloth. Brunel Bridges, my second one. Hannah can never find it. I've got loads of them. I was swimming those.
Hi, Judith. Yes, they did. Thank you very much. As did Paddy. So thank you. Yes.
Robin, on the general rule of thumb, unless it's one of the most common, like Benjamin Bunny, all commemoratives will at some stage go over face value because they're rarer than the more generic definitive coin. And collectors will want them in their sets. Hey, there's a Marconi wireless transmissions across the Atlantic. First one of those. So I've got half a mat in different definitive commemoratives. So that's not bad. There's nothing majorly wowy yet. Another Brunel. Three of those now. That's matching my rugby. My first Florence Nightingale. Let's move my shinies over there. There we go. So I'm into the second half of the map now for commemoratives. Doesn't always happen. Hey, another Robbie Burns. Again, that's a good coin to keep on to. They made a fair few of them, but bearing in mind there's a fair few people in Scotland, and a lot of Scottish people would like a Robbie Burns coin. Oh, that's a really shiny one. 2015 again. Yep. Steve, you haven't answered my question. Well, what question was that? I tend to let the other people on the channel look at the comments whilst I'm coin hunting because I'm not very good at multitasking. One just standing up for himself. The accusations are said, what's your problem with this? I've just been sent a series of messages which I've looked at where he's had communications with a person, a lady, where he's referring to her as a fat C, an ugly fat C, all of that, left, right, and centre. That's not standing up for himself or responding to anything. That is horrible, nasty bullying messages. Actually, it's classed as malicious communications under the Malicious Communications Act, just by sending these messages by a telecommunication system. There's the Skull and Rose, Shakespeare. That's a nice one. So yeah, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with people breaking the law, actually. Hey, got myself a regional jersey. 1998. Still a nice one to get. Happy with that. So I think I've answered your question now, haven't I? And by you answering that question, coming across that way, probably sounds like you should be removing yourself from our channel if that's your viewpoint. You're on his streams whilst he's effing and jeffing about people and basically speaking hatred at them. And you can't up for any. So you can have a bugger off yourself or we'll just block you. So yeah, that's my answer to that one and my question to that one. Well, that was it. I would say from that lot, although 2016 Britannia's not exceedingly rare, it's not every day you come across one. Same with my underground train. I like E be nice, and I'm finding histories. I am seldom finding the tragic one, the Skull and Rose. So more than happy with a Shakespeare. So these will be my picks from there. I'll keep my rugbies. I'll keep my Ravi Burns, like I said. For some reason, I'll keep my DNA double helix. I don't know why, but I will. Definitely keep my regional. Even Florence Nightingale's not making the cut. Now it's Brunel, the man. Relatively common as muck. Now Kitchener. Remember. I may keep on to these and have a little look at them later on, but I don't think there's much difference in regards to the variant. There is no shiny middle to any of these. They're frosted, so these aren't the ones from the set or their ones, so they can go back to the bank. The Active Union, common enough. Brunel Bridges, definitely common. Marconi, I've got loads of them, more than I can probably cope with, so they can disappear. So not a great deal there that I'm keeping. I can now either do another £500 bag. That pal's just fallen over. I have too many coins in it. Or I could go on to 50p's. Whatever you lot want. What's this doing? Let me give it this. Coins falling all over the place. Well, we haven't. You only have 8 watching. Well, that's what watching on one channel. We've got 21 watching across the board, John. So that says something else as well, doesn't it? Just different channels. I'm now blocking you. You only probably block from my channel. Hopefully, Hannah and Scott will do the same from their channels. I think you can go stick one up yourself, really, as far as I'm concerned. That you are obviously highly supportive of people who like to bully people who are in a lesser position than themselves and unable to fight back. So if you want to take, oh yeah, I can see you blocked now. That's happy. If you want to take that stance, then go and take that stance. Hope you have a happy life, picking on people and being a bit of a prat. But you ain't having any contact on any of my channels again because you're now blocked. I won't see you, which is a blessing, hopefully, based on your last few comments. No loss there. Right. 50p bag. All sealed. All going to be done on camera. I'm not going to find a few gardens like Dean did. But if I do, just like Dean's, mine will be a legitimate one. And then one who says different or whom, not convinced. That sounds a bit like bitter and twisted myself. Out comes the bags. I think one of the bags is slipped open when I cut. Yeah, one was attached to the sticky bit, so it's been partially open and it's spilling out. Where's that bag? Where's the bag that's just been split? Oh, there we go. There's the one. So you've now chosen yourself to be the first bag that gets opened, as you're open anyway. Right, here we go. What's that? Lose people or bullies or cowards and use the safe anonymity of the internet like a sword, but when confronted, they run away like the cowards they are. Yeah, they can go and run and hide under any hill that they want. Hopefully, the hill might collapse on them. I have no time and effort. I try to keep out of things. I try and be a peacemaker. There's really common dictionary. They always go straight back to the bank. But there's only so much you can take. And if I see somebody defending somebody who is indefensible, then as far as I'm concerned, that person can take a running jump as well. Because it's not the sort of people we want on here. People we want on here are you lot. People interested in coins and nice. And aren't into hate. And you can't toe the line in the middle all of the time. Oh, that's a nice first find. NHS. Quite chuffed with that one. Again, it's hard to find as a suffragette nowadays, that. Boom, 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 boom. So that's one person who's gone. I wonder how many we get rid of by the end of this if they come out trying to defend the indefensible. We've now got ourselves a Boy Scouts. Still a bit poor. Hi Ron, need some Dean's luck. I don't think that's going to happen. It would be nice, but then again, I was still locked for 7 after finding that Jane Austen. So that's my second Benjamin Bunny. I'm going to be cursed with that one. That's one of the ones, Robin, I said there's no point ever keeping. They made 25 million of them. They're as common as muck. I can't imagine they'll ever go over face value because no one's going to ever need to buy one to complete their set of coins or whatever because there's just so many available in any bag of change. So I can't imagine he'd ever sell him for over. Who's banded? No, I've blocked one person. I blocked John Benson. He decided to come up that one was defending himself. Well, if no one's saying anything bad about him, how is he defending themselves by having a pop at them at the beginning of his streams? He isn't. We keep on finding these dictionaries. 5 a penny. We want to have a pleasant time, have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of a giggle. What we don't need is anything which is negative, anything which is bringing people down. That's not the sort of thing we want. And anybody who wants to be part of that, then they're free to be part of that. We don't have a monopoly of telling people what to do, but we do have the choice, it being our channel, on whether we allow them to be in our comments and participate. And I'm not going to have anybody participating in my channel if they're participating with someone who is being horrible to people for no other reason than the power it appears to be the person who's just, I don't know, a little weasel who's like, oh, 2017 shield. Don't know how I spotted that one. Who likes to pick on people and just generally bring people down. Got nothing nice to say, as he all says, say nothing at all. Well, we played and fast and loose to some degree and tried to kind of rise above it for as long as we could, but now I've seen exactly what's been getting sent and said, because I haven't been aware of it because I unsubscribed to certain people's channels quite a while ago, and I don't bother myself with gossip. But once I find a handful of stuff, that's Heroic Axe, then it came to the point where we just had to make a stand, basically, because it was the right thing to do, which is what we have done. There we go, another Beatrix Potter. This time it's a nice Jeremy Fisher. I say another, that's actually our first Beatrix Potter. This is not the best bag of coins thus far. Hang on, what we got there? Let me keep up to date. Hannah, just wait until he does. Yeah, oh, Scott said that. All right. Have I found a queue yet? Oh, hell no. Never found a queue. I bought several from eBay, but I've never found one. Personally, with the amount that is out there, I doubt I ever will, but I think that's how everybody feels. I think Dean Body felt that way until yesterday. He's had a sudden change of heart. But I think it's like the Spanish Inquisition. You never expect the unexpected, so if it comes, it comes, but I sincerely doubt it. That way, if it does, it'll be a really nice bonus, but I'm not opening bags with the expectation of finding one every day or ever, really. It's my first Paddy of St. Paul's. I've got one of him at the tower, but not a St. Paul's yet, which is strange. Another Benjamin Bunny, which I detest. My normal goal for here is, and I'll stick with my normal goal, which is from a bag of 250, I want to get at least one Olympic, if possible. That's always my ambition. And one 2018 Beatrix Potter, preferably not Taylor Gloucester, but Taylor Gloucester would do, but I prefer to get one of the 1.4 million circulations, Peter Rabbit 18 or Flopsy. But I've got a feeling I ain't going to get any of those in these bags, because these bags are not being all that kind to me here. I've got Victoria Cross and medals to go with the Heroic Axe. Let's stick it side by side. Oh, and there's another medal. These are all too shiny to be 17s, aren't they? Yeah, they're 19s. Yeah, these are pretty naff bags so far. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Monty Python, brilliant. What have I found? Says Robin. Nothing special. The first coin I found was the best coin so far, which is the NHS. Nothing wowy thus far. These are very similar to the £2 coins in so much as they're a lot grubbier than usual. At least they aren't like that really bad batch I had, a really bent and battered and distorted ones. But I said 2011 for a second, then didn't. 2001. Come on, come on, come on. Right. Come on, I'd like to find something. But pass them as I go through these coins because they're all grubby and naff, so they've all come from the same horrible batch. Samuel Johnson's dictionary. Boom, 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 boom. Any Olympics? No sniff. My last full bags of 250. Oh, got my second NHS though. I am surprised at that. To find one is a little bit uncommon. To find two, a lot more uncommon. I'll happily have these over most Olympics. I got my first territories, Grozny Castle, Jersey. And this one is 2009. Let's take a territory over there, next to the shield. Although I'm not particularly looking for the shields, because I am wearing my glasses, so I have a chance of finding them. I will still have a skanks where I can. Because these bags are so pants. Can I ask please? I seem to be collecting all of the coins in square boxes. It's a good metal case you can give them in. Yeah, there is, Judith. It's a very good one. 2 seconds. I don't want to sound up myself now, but it'll probably come across that way. For coin collectors, there is the holy grail of cases. But they aren't all that overly priced, but they do cost a few quid, more than usual. They're these little babies, which are lectern. If you hold that there for a second, you can always go back and freeze frame and write it down.
I think Steve's froze.
Put a little late.
I think he has as well, because I think I've frozen as well. Oh well.
And these little babies, you got that.
Right,
So
he's
these
back.
are the cases you get in.
Steve, you might have to repeat all of that, mate, because you froze.
Okay. Right. These cases are lectern. Lectern is also referred to lighthouse sometimes, but these cases you can get off eBay or Amazon. Amazon's probably your best price, and you get it the next day as well if you go Amazon Prime. And these hold absolute shed-loads of them. You got little dividers there, which you can use as blocks. But in here, I think these are £2, old dated. I have a wodge of other ones I haven't listed for one reason or the other. A few coins that Scott might like. I have a wodge of weird and wonderful ones here I just haven't got around to listing, or for whatever reason I've stuck in cases instead. So these aren't listed in my normal supply. What's a couple, 3, 4, 4 triathlons, football. These aren't listed in my kind of shop or eBay's. These are just spare capacity which I've shoved in here over a period of time. But these cases are brilliant. And like I say, they're lovely. They stack on top of each other. You can stand them up. Sufficiently high standard to cater for most things. This one's just a jumble of stuff in here, just spares really. There's the cases you're probably looking at, the 6x6. I haven't even really looked in these for a while. I'm not too sure what's even in them. Oh, that's a little Mary Rose. I don't know why that's in a weird case. And I've got a wodge of weird and wonderful coins. Just coins I've collected and whacked in there over a period of time. In due course, when I get time and effort on my side, I can go through these and list them all up. But the other cases, actually in the middle of here, is back in the day when I first started doing coins. I had loads and loads of bags of Beatrix Potters, and I was selling them by the set. And I still have probably about 10 full sets of uncirculated 2016 Beatrix Potters in there. Each of those obviously contains a duck as well. I've got weird and wonderful stuff scattered everywhere, but yeah, the holy grail of boxes, in my opinion, for storage, particularly if you're looking at the bin in the cases, is lectern.
Steve, I've just noticed that Moira's in, so I wanted to quickly ask Moira, how did it feel when you saw the fact that your little girl pulled that cue out? Amazing.
Steve, Jude's asking, will they fit the 60 by 60 plastic square boxes?
60 by 60. Give me a second. What plastic square boxes are you talking about? Like for crowns and things like that? Because these boxes you order, and you order the size that you want. So you can order here you got like the dividing pieces. You can order them to the size box that you want. I've ordered them to fit this. 50 centimeters across by 50 by 50s, these coin, or 50 by higher than 50. You've got coverage over it, but it won't hold the 60s, but you can probably order them when you're on the site, or the choice. It'll give you like the choice of which sort of size you want, and they'll have it divided to however you want it. So you should be able to find these to hold those. Just the same as like if you're getting the slab coins, you can get boxes to hold those as well. You get most things, they'll adjust to the person's needs, because if someone wants to buy it, then they want to sell it, and there'll be more than just you who want to use 60 by 60, so they will have a variant available for that. But like I said, I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was, because I get all these things for free. But yeah, Lectern for me is the premier case. I have a bigger cases as well, holding a bigger range of coins, but I think those are Lectern as well. Right, I have this in my handle on the table. Wait, this is going. Oh, Leeds lineup. Oh, come on. Hope we do well today. That would be nice. Right, let's go back onto this. Really hope we get promoted this year. But we are useless in playoff positions, so unless we get automatic promotion, I am not confident of us going up. Although we played well last game. How many wrestling triathlons locally do you have to buy? Robin, you wouldn't be able to afford the amount I have. I've probably got 40 wrestlings and about 35, 40 triathlons. I have over 1,500 Olympics. I started collecting them a long time ago in order to kind of keep myself occupied when I retired. Because if I'm having to do, like behind me on the table, there's loads of items I've got rid of in the last few days, which I've had to arrange for postage. But I have health issues, and if I don't actually be motivated by something, there's a very good chance I'll just go to sleep for like the entire day. 2017, I hoped it was going to be a shield. It's not. It's Benjamin Blooming Bunny. On my website, Dragon Lord Coins, I have a limited amount, just a selection. If someone wanted more, they could just message me and I could add more to the stock numbers. My first Taylor Peter Rabbit, 2017. I would like something nicer. Come on, give me a nice condition Olympic. And as Robin's talking about wrestlings and triathlon, it'd be quite nice to get one of them. I haven't found a football for ages. Last decent Olympic I found was judo last week. I know that Dean's having the curse of the Boccia. That's the most common Olympic he's finding. I always have the curse of the most common, obviously, archery, but after that, it's canoeing. I think it gives me loads of canoeing because it knows what I think of the coin design. I don't think the coin design has been done very well. I think it's a little bit too kind of busy, as it were, hard to decipher it too quickly. Right. David S. Got a Flopsy Bunny in post today, one on Coin Hunters live stream. 18 Rabbit Dean sent me the poster coins. That's cool. I actually ordered, I think it's from, you just said Coin Hunter. I'm sure I ordered, I think it's Coin Hunter. Came out with one of the emails for people who bought from him in the past, and that was in regards to Brexit. I think it's something like only £2. I know they're going to be common as muck, but as I hadn't got one in my hand apart from packaged already, I ordered one of those. That hasn't arrived yet, so I might have to check into that. But boring. I'm running low on bags. Right. Well, I think it's going to be now or never in a minute. I'm not hopeful I'm going to find any 2018s or any Olympics. I know I've got half a dozen bags left, but these have been of a really poor standard. And unfortunately, I've got another 3 bags of 250, which are probably going to be mirror images. The week I had all of the really battered coins. There were battered coins in all 4 bags, so it is a pity. A Benjamin Bunny. Yeah, this has been very limited. Oh, there's Paddington at the Tower. That's only my second one of these. I've gone through about 200 quid, and all I've got from now is 2 NHS, 1 Scout, 2 Paddy at the Tower, 1 Heroic Axe, 2 Victoria Cross, 1 Paddington at St Paul's, and 1 Jeremy Fisher. I suppose 1 2017 I came across, which I don't normally look for, and 1 Territory of Grosney Castle. So all in all, nothing of interest apart from the 2 NHS. And of course I keep all Channel Islands because they have a much smaller mintage than the UK, so any one of these is a relatively good find in my opinion. Hi Dean, no curse of the queue. Yeah. No, I don't think I've got a curse of anything really in this lot. This is all relatively pants. Oh, British Pilot anniversary coin. I can live with that one. And it's in good nick as well. But apart from Benjamin Bunny and 1 Taylor Peter Rabbit, I've only had 1 Jeremy Fisher. And now that anniversary coin. Out of all of these coins I've just opened, which is bizarre. I would have sealed bag of Brexit because the coin has my daughter's birthday on it. Oh, coolio. Yeah, I'll have a number of sealed bags in due course. My son's going to be getting me some, but we're waiting until they whack out the additional 7 million. They'll just pick me up a 250 quid bag of them from the post office. He has a post office access, which I don't. My one in Bath is very jobs worthy. And until I organise myself into getting a change card, I'm limited to getting mine from the bank, which is, oh, that's good condition, 1997. That's bizarre condition for 1997. The most common year, in my opinion. But I've never seen a 1997 in that condition. That was brilliant. That was nearly uncirculated. I'm amazed by that one. Particularly as all of this, hi Carl, particularly as all of this bag so far, plus the £2 have all been relatively grubby-ish coins. Apart from the 2019 shields, the rest of the coins have all looked relatively battered. I'm lucky, but let me just get a 2007, which is a blooming old coin, but in absolutely great condition. Right, 2 bags left. I'm going to have to declare this hunt a bit of a failure. I'm glad I wasn't challenging somebody with it, because all I've got really from there, I suppose, the Territory, the 2017 Shield, and 2 NHS. The rest is nothing really to write home about. Very limited choice. I had over half my map filled with different varieties of the £2 coins, and yet here, big glaring gaps. And there's a lot more 50p's I've gone through, because there's 20 of these per bag compared to only a handful, half as many in the £2. There's Paddington and St Paul's, second of those. Nice shiny one, St Paul's again. And St Paul's again. Maybe this bag's going to give me a handful of St Paul's. Up north in Scotland, St Paul seems to be harder to find than the Tower, whereas down here, the Tower is harder to find than St Paul's. There's British Libraries. At least it's a different coin. That is a bit of a pants hunt, really. But I did get 2 NHSs, both of them going to focus, and they are harder to come by. So keep on to that, keep on to my Scouts, definitely keep on to my 150th Beatrix Potter. I'm not going to keep on to my Victoria Crosses or Heroic Acts or British Libraries or my Jeremy Fisher. I've got a mountain of coins there, which is predominantly Paddington, so they're going to all go back as well this time. So I'll just be keeping Grosney Castle, which will go on the other 2 I've got there. 2 NHS, Scouts, and the 150th anniversary coin from Beatrix Potter 2016. Keep my shield, and I'll definitely keep this one, which I'm still amazed at the condition of this one. This is a 2007. Which is a really common year, but it's not common to find one in spanking condition like that. So you will definitely go in the book somewhere for me. I'll put the rest down there. Right, I've got to keep on scrolling down here. Global's getting blown away in a wind today. Well, not windy in Bath, well, at least not in my back garden. Right, what we got here? Boom. I'm gonna have to sort that one out. Is anyone else going to jump on the stream? Scott or Hannah? As I'm skegsing on here.
Right, we're still sat here, mate. Don't worry. We're just sorting out a couple of things in the background.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort something out now myself, but I can't.
That's all right. Well, we're in.
Well, can one of you unblock Michael Cook? I've accidentally pressed the wrong button on him.
Did we?
No, we
No,
haven't.
I did.
You pressed him. Okay, I'll sort it at my end. I'll do it in a sec now for you, mate. I'll come off.
Yeah, I can't see how. And normally you'd be able to click back on and press unblock or something, but here it's not giving me the option.
No, so I'll sort it.
You'll have to unblock them on YouTube.
Oh, I'll go on YouTube and do it now then. That was an accident.
That's where Scott's gone. I still can't get over her reaction. I really can't.
Oh, look at that. I got 2 thumbs down on my channel.
Oh, love it. I probably
Oh,
got
that's
out 5. We love it. We love this.
Turn it down what?
I can't do it yourself.
I've
As
got
a
one.
model, we can remove people. We can't unblock them. You'll have to do it.
Yeah, I can't see how I can do it. I've been back on my normal stream, but
Right.
I can tell you.
Right there, he's back. David sorted it. Well done, David.
thank you.
Hey, Michael.
It's because when we watch it on StreamYard, it's different than when we watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I just noticed that John Benson's name came back up, and I thought I blocked him. How the hell's that happened? So I went to block again, and it just scrolled down one and just inadvertently hit the wrong thing. So
Yeah,
it should be kind of kissing
Thank
walls
you.
or something, shouldn't he?
Thank you, Robin.
Right, hang on.
Well, my hunts were pants, Dean.
I'm waiting for. I don't know if Dean can hear us. I'm hoping he'll show us his book.
Dean,
Yep.
I
they
can.
can hear you. He's
What's
just
that?
ignoring you, Scott.
Thanks.
I'm trying to organise the kids here.
We were just saying, show us the book with the coin in it.
Yeah, 2 seconds, sorry.
That's if he hasn't lost it.
Yeah, if you couldn't find the book yesterday.
I've got it. So just in case anybody didn't see last night's video, Amber. So just in case anybody didn't see last night's video,
Seen it loads of times. I
this
wasn't
little
even
munchkin here,
live.
this little munchkin here. Oh, there's
Yeah.
a delay. Wait a minute. Oh, what the hell? What's going on here?
Right, have you got your
There we
Facebook
go.
up? Just
That's
pause
better.
it.
There's a delay now.
Down.
That's it. There's a delay now. So that's it. Sorted. Hear you now?
Yeah.
That's it. YouTube runs in delay. I've got YouTube open and StreamYard open, and I'm hearing
Yeah.
myself say something like 30
If
seconds
you've
ago.
got,
Yeah,
if
just
you've got
pause.
YouTube running, you have to keep
Pause
quiet.
YouTube.
So, Amber yesterday found something. What did you find, Amber?
Kew Gardens.
Amber found the Kew Gardens.
Hold on.
There it is there. Been checked, double checked, triple checked, weighed, verified, and it's real. So, and even if it was a fake, I would have took it. I would have been happy with fake. But it's a real one. So, book number 1, we've done a little video just today, closing book number 1. So, well done, Amber. So, hey.
Your excuses are button, Amber. When
Yeah.
it was a bit later on when you came on, it was even better because you wanted to talk about it, but the fact you found it has sunk in by then, and you started off saying, I was in bits. It was brilliant. Really
Yeah.
happy for you.
So Amber's saying is stop, drop, and roll. So,
Yeah, and
so
Amber,
if
remember,
you burst into flames, you would stop, drop, and roll. So she was on fire last night, so she stopped, dropped, and rolled.
Amber,
It was funny
Amber,
watching it.
you have
behind-
to remember, Amber, to always tell your daddy, have you found the Kew Gardens yet, Dad? I
Nope.
have.
Yeah.
I'll never get old.
I'm a little bit jealous. As I said that in the video, I'm a little bit jealous just because I go through thousands of pounds a week in 50 pences. Don't get a curdie. Amber comes along, boom. But no, it's worth it. I had tear in my eye and everything. Amber was sitting crying on stream and everything because she was that excited.
You know what got me was the screaming
Well,
behind.
again, the Saxon Horde, wasn't it? You got some
It
good
was-
comments.
It was the screaming, and then she said, "Stop, drop, and roll."
I was like, what? You what? You heard me run told your brother and sister, didn't you?
Yeah, like, today's the best I'm not talking about the Kew Gardens.
Yeah.
And
Good.
then she just came in like,
Lovely watching. It really was.
Amber, who else in your family found the Kew Gardens?
Nobody.
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 Just you. You're pretty special then.
Just Amber. So you found it, Jemima? You found everything, haven't you? It's actually found every single coin. So,
So, Amber, is your dad a bit of a loser? Has he not found a Kew? Yeah.
you can say that I got the bags. I
No,
got
me. I never
coursework.
found a Kew, so I'm a loser. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm happy to be a loser.
Who knows?
Amber's not, so I'm happy to be a loser. Amber's not, so that's good.
No, that's brilliant. Well, you got a book with it in. That's lush.
So book number 1's done. Book number 2, we're waiting on a queue in a handball. But poor James.
Well, that's a good point.
Hmm?
You didn't say you have to loan Amber out.
Yeah.
Amber's
I'll get £2 and 50p, and we'll have to get Amber flown down here to go through.
Yeah, there you go.
No, because I'll find it first because I'm going up in April and I'm borrowing Amber for a little bit.
Yeah. Olympics. Rebecca's good for the Olympics.
So,
Amber, if Amber tries to take you out of a big cauldron, be scared, all right?
James is good for the charity coins, aren't you?
So am I. I got like 16 as
We're
well.
donating money to
Diabetes UK.
Diabetes UK. Diabetes UK. So any Christopher Ironside, Benjamin Britten's, or 2017 Shields go in the jar. So that's what we're doing at the end of the year. Paddy and Jen are going to double it. They're going to double the whatever we find, and I'll get given to the charity.
I got my big letter M plastic money box with Peter Rabbit 2017, Benjamin Bunnies, and the Children's Dictionary. They all went to a charity. I was amazed in that money box.
James.
But I just thought that would may be taken out of circulation.
Dean, did you say
I'm trying your hardest to take the 25 million out of circulation. It's funny because Dean said,
We're not going to find a queue.
no. Well, Jim Bone was saying that Will not getting a Kew Garden. Say you won't get one, you don't want one, and we did, and we got one.
Yeah.
Honestly, can't believe we couldn't sleep last night. So
And also what happened is I remember saying that when you don't check the back and you don't care about the 50 pence bit on the back, you turn it over and it's a queue, and that's what happened.
Well, I liked it particularly because you got that 10p as well, didn't you, one of you? So they're saying, oh, they've done us out of 40p. And then you find a queue, you think, well, actually, they gave me an extra 150, so I can't really knock it.
no. But I'll handle losing 40 pence. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Scot, I mean, don't like losing money.
Well, I don't mind getting a coin which is like the 2 franc from Switzerland, which is worth a couple of quid. But when you get one which is worth about 2p, you think, I'm not too happy with that.
Yeah. It's fine when they're worth a bit more money than 50 pence. It's quite good. But I found £2 coins before in 50 pences.
Have you? Oh, that's nice.
I've had that before.
I found the 10 pence.
That's what we're talking about. You found 10 pence, didn't you? So I better go and get Kitty Winkles organised to the way back home. So
before you jump off,
yeah,
you did say yesterday that Amber, the one who found your queue, has got the proof set as well for that year as well, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's got the proof set. Yeah.
So technically, she's got 2 queues to your 0.
Yeah. No. It's a family
That's
queue.
in, that is.
It's a family
No, it's a
book.
family queue.
Like,
Sorry.
it's a family book.
Yeah, but
Okay.
whose proof set is it?
Amber has got a proof set.
So Amber has one more than you.
So she has a full
yeah.
queue and sharing the other one.
Sorry?
She has a full queue and a sharing the other one.
Yeah.
He needs to find another queue to pay me for broadcasting from here.
Yeah, honey,
I'll try hard
I've
to
actually
find
got
another
a
queue.
present for you. I've just got a nip to the car. I came across some animals, or teddy bears, and one just reminded me of the honey monster. So I thought I've got to post that to him. Give me a second.
What we're going to do is we've got some badges getting made up. Once we get them, we'll show them, but it's to do with Amber finding the queue. So what we're going to do is send you guys a My Family Collects Kew Garden badge.
Oh.
Send you guys 3 of you, well 4 of you, there's Debs as well, sorry, and 5 of you, 2 as well. God, actually, I'm going to take that back.
The old one.
How many have we got to send?
I'll send you some badges. That's the original one. That was our first one we got done into last year. It was
November, I think.
maybe earlier than that, yeah. That was a nice one. That was our first logo, wasn't it? In fact, it would have
I
been,
know it was a while ago when you got when you first got the badges done.
yeah, maybe September or something, yeah. Because October's when we changed our logo. So it was September we got the badges done.
Yeah, because that's what was that not when you got everything from Raftree with obviously the logo and everything on.
Yeah, that's when we updated the logo. So, but it's been good. Then
Yeah.
we're going to be there. He is back. He's back. What's he got?
I love that.
They're quite gruesome. They're called fugglers.
Pardon?
Ugly
Fugglers?
would be the best to call them, but fugglers.
Fugglers.
Ugly.
I need one of them.
I just saw that. I thought that's a honey monster. But
Yeah. So where'd you get them then?
well,
Oh, that's cool.
it's going to be featuring on my eBay channel soon. With the teeth, they're particularly. That was a little bit vampire. But I like the ones with the eyes. That one's got 3 eyes.
Yeah.
That one's got nice spiral buttons for eyes. So he's
Oh, wow,
quite
that's
creepy.
a lot. So much there.
And when you get to the really big size, which is like that, the big size ones,
Right, leave Maya alone, please.
nice claws for hands
wow.
as well.
That's cute.
How cool is that?
Oh, I like blue.
Where are them from, Steve?
Hmm? I went into the Entertainer in town to get some pop vinyls because I always have a look in there, and they had some of these really good prices. Really good prices. I thought he's a one and make it.
That's a real one. Steve, there's a real one on camera.
Got claws as well.
This is your nickname.
I might keep this for myself.
That looks like a screen sloth.
That's pretty smart. That looks like sloth, doesn't it? Steve, how many monsters here?
Yeah, well, I'm going to post up to Graham the more modern honey monster. This little baby.
Oh, hold on. There we
Yes.
go.
With his own teeth as well. Look at that, bless him. Isn't he gorgeous?
Oh,
Steve, show the
Yeah.
one with the button eye. Just
Button eye's a good one.
Oh, spiral.
that's cute.
Steve, people are asking where you got them from.
Insane.
The Entertainer.
We haven't got one. It's closed down. That's not fair.
But I looked on eBay and some of these sell for silly money, and I was buying them for silly money. So, i.e., silly cheap. Some of them was going for silly expensive. So, I may go to town and pick up some more today.
When you find, so did you get them from a shop or something, Steve?
Yeah, these should be 15 quid each.
Was it?
£3.75 for them.
How much?
£3.75.
Where's that from?
The Entertainer.
We've got ours.
Ah.
Well,
And these big ones, that should be 30 quid. I paid £7.50 for.
I like that.
Was that cashback by any chance or?
No, this is just in the shop. I bought a big bag of them yesterday. But the big ones all have clawed hands as well. One of those has a tail, one of the blue ones. So I opened them so I could photograph them and have a look at them. But let me find the blue one with the tail.
Can I ask why you were getting the Entertainer?
One,
Oh, that's
Ah,
finals.
good.
I knew that the exclusive odd job throwing his hat I could get from there for a £5. So I went in.
yeah.
Oh,
Yours
well,
at the
that's
same
what
time.
it is,
Then I saw the Fugglers and I thought, I love them.
Yeah.
Little things appeal to my sense of humour. These things do massively. And this one even got a nice little tail to him.
Yeah.
But they're ugly mothers with those teeth, aren't they?
Where's the one with the tongue sticking out?
Here.
You're not blue.
Alright.
You just dig them round.
Sue?
Yeah, that's what I like. We've
Sometimes I wrap around the face.
we haven't got a toy entertainer. It's shut down.
Does he have clawed hands as well or not? No, it doesn't. Doesn't have a tail.
Where's
But yeah, that's what his tongue sticking off. And they all come with their own little gold certificate.
Wow.
Oh, cool. What was that? Adopt at your own risk.
Yeah.
You don't like crutches.
If it was out, I can nip them down and get some more.
It's just chocolate.
So right here. James is jumping about like a fairy. Rebecca's playing with squeaky toys with the dog.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that one. I saw that one and I thought that's Graham, isn't it?
Can't go over the fuckler.
I know. I said at the shop, it was ugly a bit above it. An ugly fuggler.
I have to go and find Billy Joe's. Oh, she's found them.
I need to get shifting, guys, okay?
And I got myself a Minions Despicable Me unicorn back to carry forward.
Shoot you, sir. Shoot you.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, who doesn't like Minions? Despicable Me. Brilliant. Yeah, 35 to 35. Yeah, a lot of them yesterday were going for 30 odd. These are like the Christmas jumpers and some in the straight suit. These are the more basic ones, I think. But I can whack them out as a buy it now at $12.99 and sell them all at $2. Either way, I can't lose money on them. Plus, I thought they'd be quite good as presents for my nieces and nephews and stuff. Michael likes it. Also, Walmart and Target have them here. Yeah, I think they'll be all over the place, but I think they're getting quite popular. But
I'm gonna go and see if I can find the blue one.
I'm not going to go into the entertainment sake. I have a
they're great.
I know there's one.
Where are the fuckers? Hold them. Well, I better get shifting, guys, okay? And you get the kiddies away. Look after yourselves, okay?
And you, and congrats again, Amber, for finding the queue. Yeah, busy coin hunter.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well done.
Bye, take care, guys. Bye now.
Bye.